He thought he was untouchable. The guy who tricked everyone, mocked everyone, and walked away laughing. But when he stole from me, again and again, I decided to end it for good. I didn't yell. I didn't fight. I just sent one letter. And that letter changed everything. If you've ever dreamed of getting back at someone who thought they could use you and walk away without consequences, this story's for you. Hit that like button, subscribe if you love seeing karma served cold, and get ready for one of the most satisfying old-school revenge stories ever told. Part 1, The Setup, the 90s, the Betrayal, and the Perfect Storm. I grew up in the early 90s, a time before Wi-Fi, before game downloads, before anything was easy. If you wanted a new PC game, you either prayed a local store carried it, or you spent half your savings ordering it by airmail from another country. For me and my best friend Mark, gaming wasn't just a hobby, it was life. We saved every coin, bought titles like The Settlers, Doom 2, and Monkey Island, then shared them with each other. It was our little economy of trust. Until he showed up. His name was Kevin. New kid. Cool sneakers, cocky grin, the kind of guy who could charm a teacher and insult you in the same sentence. He bragged that his uncle worked in tech and had tons of PC games we'd never even heard of. To two nerdy teenagers like us, that sounded like heaven. So, like idiots, we offered to trade games. We handed over our originals, and in return, we got nothing but corrupted floppies. Missing files. Broken disks. No copy protection. At first, we thought maybe he just made a mistake. But it kept happening. Every week, another game ruined. Every excuse weaker than the last. And then we started noticing the scratches on our disks, the smirk when we asked if he could try again. We realized the truth: Kevin was stealing from us. Using us. And laughing about it. It wasn't just about the games anymore. Kevin knew exactly what he was doing. He'd brag at lunch about his massive collection. Sometimes he'd even bring discs to school, our discs, and show them off. And the worst part? When I told him I was a fan of Queen, he laughed. "Oh, you mean that gay guy? The AIDS dude?" he sneered. That hit hard. I was a huge Freddie Mercury fan. His music helped me survive loneliness and bullying. But Kevin didn't care, he just wanted to humiliate. Mark saw it too. One day after class, he turned to me and said quietly, "We have to get him back. For everything." I nodded. "But we didn't know how." I nodded. "But we didn't know how." Until fate handed us the perfect opportunity. Our school announced a mandatory AIDS awareness event, part of a national campaign after Freddie Mercury's death. They handed out flyers, brochures, even free condoms with the foundation's logo. Kevin laughed through the entire session, making snide comments. His family was super conservative and Catholic. He loved showing off how manly he was. And that's when it hit us. A wicked, brilliant, morally gray idea that would haunt him for weeks. Mark whispered. "Imagine if his parents thought he was, you know." We both stared at each other. The kind of stare that says, "Oh, this is insane, but it might just work." Mark's dad had an old inkjet printer, the kind that took 5 minutes per page, but it was enough. We spent an entire evening crafting the perfect letter. Professional tone. Clean layout. Foundation logo scanned straight from the pamphlet. The letter read, "Dear Kevin, thank you for your letter. We understand it's difficult being open about your sexuality, and you have many questions after attending our event. Please find enclosed educational material and condoms. Practice safe sex, and remember, you're not alone." We stuffed the envelope with every flyer and condom we could find, sealed it, and addressed it to Mr. and Mrs. Kevin's last name. We mailed it first thing Monday morning. Then, we waited. 3 days later, Kevin didn't show up to school. When he finally did, His eyes were red. His hair was a mess. He avoided everyone. Mark nudged me at lunch. Think it worked? We didn't have to wait long to find out. Rumors spread like wildfire. His mom had screamed loud enough for the neighbors to hear. His dad had stormed into his room demanding answers. They'd found the letter, the condoms, everything. Kevin was grounded for weeks. No friends. No games. No internet, not that there was much of one then. And the best part? For a few glorious days he thought the letter was real. He believed someone had actually written to the AIDS Foundation pretending to be him. He even confronted a teacher, demanding to know if the school leaked his information. We couldn't stop laughing. Eventually, curiosity got the better of him. He noticed Mark and I whispering, smirking, and one afternoon he cornered us after class. You two know something, don't you? We played dumb, at first. But teenage pride got the better of us. We admitted it. Every word. Every detail. The next day, we were sitting in the principal's office, with Kevin's furious parents glaring at us. We got a long lecture about privacy and inappropriate pranks. But honestly, it was worth every second. Even 30 years later, I can still remember the look on Kevin's face when he realized he'd been beaten at his own game. Looking back, it was immature, risky, even cruel. But to two teenagers who'd been mocked, cheated, and humiliated, it felt like justice. We didn't hurt him physically. We didn't steal from him. We just gave him a taste of what it feels like when your actions catch up to you. And maybe, just maybe, he learned something that day. Because after that, Kevin never scammed anyone in our class again. He never mocked me for liking Queen. And I never had another floppy disk go missing. Sometimes revenge doesn't need fists. Just creativity, and a printer. That was decades ago, but every time I hear Bohemian Rhapsody, I remember that day. Not just because we got our revenge, but because sometimes karma doesn't need to shout. It just needs a clever idea and the courage to act. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button and drop a collision in the comments if you believe karma always finds a way. Don't forget to subscribe for more real stories where the bad guys always get what's coming. Until next time, remember, the best revenge is one they never see coming.